Good morning. Today is Tuesday, December 2nd, which means I have 2 weeks left of my first semester of library school. Wow, that's so awesome. I feel like it went by really fast, but also really slow. 1 minute I blinked and then it was reading week and I was halfway through, and then I blinked again and now I'm almost done. Since things are wrapping up before the holidays, I've got a lot of things to do. This week is the last week of class, so we're going to learn like our last bits of new material and then have test review. And then the week after, we're gonna have tests, final tests. Here's everything I have to prepare for. A libraries test, a cataloging test, a searching test, a circulation test, and a PowerPoint assignment, all of which are due the final week of school. I have to do 4 tests. I have to do 1 test every day.
I try not to kill myself.
I'm not looking forward to being stuck in my school's test center for the entire final week of school, but actually, I don't think I had anything else to say after that. Actually, no, I just thought of something. At least my professors do that really nice thing where they tell us what material is going to be on the test, what kind of questions are going to be on the test, like short answer, multiple choice, matching, true, false. They're very thorough about that, which I really appreciate. So today, I'm going to learn what I need to study for my libraries test, and then tomorrow I'm going to know what I need to study for my cataloging test, and vice versa. What else is happening? Oh, today I also have to pick my courses for next semester. I already know which schedule I'm going to choose. The schedules that we had an option between, they both kind of suck. They're both kind of buns. One schedule is better than the other, so I'm gonna choose the one that I picked. So that's what's happening this week, and I'm gonna take you along for the ride. Maybe this will be another 40-minute banger. At least I'll have time to edit during the holidays. That'll be nice. Okay, time to get up and join the world. I think this class might run a little shorter today. We just went over the material, and now we're on break, and then we're gonna do test review, and then we're gonna do like a Menti, which is like Kahoot, but like less colorful, I guess. And then I think that'll be it. And then I'm gonna have lunch, and then I have to pick my courses. Hopefully I don't have to do it on the train if we leave early. You know, it's normal to pull out your laptop and do your work on the train, but I don't want to. I don't like using my laptop on my lap. It's cumbersome. I don't know if that's the exact word, but it's uncomfortable for me. But if I have to, I will. These are my last apples for the week, apart from some that my grandma cut up for me when I went to visit her the other day. Having an apple every day at school is like a ritual for me. I need my apples. I'll probably buy more, or my mom will. I don't know. It depends on who goes grocery shopping first. I also brought banana bread. My mom made banana bread, so I brought some. Why am I talking like Lady Redundant Woman? It's been several hours. It's almost 8:30 right now. I got home around 4:30 and I've been spending that entire time working on my PowerPoint assignment for my computers class. I figured I would do that first since it would take less time than studying, even though it took me like 4 hours. I'm basically done. There's just like 2 or 3 steps that I'm having trouble with, so I think I'm going to ask my computers professor tomorrow in class for some help. Mert agrees with me. He thinks that's a good idea. But I'm proud of myself for getting like 98% of it done, and now I'm going to eat some dinner and then I'm gonna chill for the rest of the night. Mert, do you want to say something? Wow. Yum. Wee.
All of the bibliographic records for books that are written will be used in the Mark 100 field. Person who is responsible for the intellectual or artistic creation of a work.
I don't think I've talked in this video yet. I just got out of my cataloging class. It went well. It's just that there's a lot of information to take in right now, but we did a test review. Now I know what to study, so that's good. When I get home, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go over some of the stuff for cataloging that I need to study. I didn't end up making any more leeway on my computer or PowerPoint assignment. I did ask my professor for some help, but we were both having some trouble figuring out what was going on. But next week we're gonna go over the assignment, so I think I'm just gonna leave it. I don't want to spend an hour trying to change one line of text in a PowerPoint presentation when I could be spending that hour studying for more important things. I mean, that is important, but you know. Also, there's so many people walking around the halls today. Pretty sure there's a campus tour going on in preparation for the winter semester. So I was walking to the cafeteria earlier and I was like, why are there so many people here? Like, I had to weave past a bunch of people. It was so crowded, but there's a campus tour going on, several campus tours throughout the day, so that's why. That makes sense. I'm gonna head home now. It's like, my hands are freezing. I went outside to film this because inside there's a lot of people, and since it's cold out, there's no one outside. I'm trying to decide whether I want to get something to eat before I go for the ride home. I think I will. The hot dog has been secured. Yay. I'm just gonna put it in my backpack and then we'll be on our way. Very productive study session today. I felt very good about it. I studied some cataloging stuff. I studied for like an hour and a half and then I had dinner and I was gonna watch something else, but then I saw that Smosh was live and they were doing a karaoke fundraising live stream, so I watched that and it was a lot of fun. It was a nice, fun treat after I worked very hard. And now I'm here. It's like 9:15 and I'm going to read for probably an hour and then go to bed. I'm still reading. I took the dust jacket off, but I'm still reading Love a la Mode, and I'm reading this book, Everything I need, I get from you. As you can see, I've got quite a few tabs in it. I'm like I'm like just over halfway through this one, and it's very good, very informative. I have like 2 other nonfiction books on my reading list, which I think is really good character development for me, because at the beginning of the year I was only really reading romance, like adult romance and young adult romance, and then I've been reading so much that my taste has evolved a little bit. I ordered a book the other day and it should be here tomorrow, so that'll be fun. And then another book, it was on pre-order, but I ordered it at the same time as the other book I ordered the other day, and that'll be here at the end of January. I have my reading light. I'm gonna read and then go to sleep. Tomorrow is another day of class and test review for next week. Yay! I'm at the library. I made it to campus an hour early, so I'm gonna do some work before I go to class. Look at all the notes I made last night. Let's freaking go. It's so cold out here, but I'm wearing my gloves, so I'm fine now. Well, at least I will be. We'll see how I feel in a couple minutes. I just had lunch. I got a sandwich. It was very good. I had searching class today after I was in the library. It went really well. It was the last class before the test, and I feel pretty good about it. I'm still gonna study and review some of the terms just so I remember what they mean and what they're used for, but I feel good about the searching test. I like that class, and I really like the professor. I thanked her after class was over, just saying that I really enjoyed the class, and that I was sad because I'm not gonna have her next semester, so that's unfortunate, but I'll have her for the last year of this program, so I feel good about that, just not in the winter. Liking the professor definitely helps how well you do in the class, other than like doing the exercises and studying and stuff. If I like the professor, then I do great, and I'm doing really well in that class, so there's that. There's someone coming. They're gone. It's so pretty outside. The sun's out. It may be cold, but it looks really nice because the sun is shining down, the sky's blue, there are clouds and trees, and there's a whole blanket of snow on the field. And it's so quiet too. It's so peaceful. If it weren't so cold, I would just sit out here and chill. But also, I need to go home. It's almost 3 o'clock. When I was leaving class earlier, I was like, it was 2:30. Not even, it was just after 2. It looked like it was 4 when it's 4 in the summer and the sun's still out, but now the sun goes down at like 4:30. It's time to go home. I started a new audiobook this morning. I'm currently listening to The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. I like it so far. And I liked the book I finished yesterday, Blue Sisters by Coco Mellers. Really, really good. So I'm going to continue to listen to that on my ride home, and then I'm gonna study some more. I'm studying some more for cataloging, and I was going to just keep writing notes in my notebook, but I saw that my professor for that class had posted like a little quiz type thing, like an interactive quiz thing on Quizzes with 2 Z's at the end for types of questions that are going to be on that test. So I'm just going through that, which I think is very helpful. I'm on question 4 of 12. So far I only got like 2 wrong, so I'm just gonna keep practicing, because that's how studying works. I don't know how interesting this video is gonna be, but I'm just documenting the process of preparing for finals. This is mainly just for me to look back on in the future and be like, wow, look how far I've come. That's what this is for. Okay, I'm gonna get back to it now. My book arrived today. This is the book that I got, Mood Machine, The Rise of Spotify and the Cost of the Perfect Playlist by Liz Pelly. I remember hearing about it in a Mike the Snare video. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. He talks about music and stuff. I don't remember which video he mentioned this book in, and I don't even remember if it was this book. It just randomly came to my mind, and I just looked up non-fiction book about Spotify, and this was basically the only result that came up. I'm pretty sure it was this book that he talked about briefly in a video I don't remember. So now I have it. I put it on my to be read list for next year because I want to read this after I finish reading the other non-fiction book that I'm currently reading, the one about how fangirls created the internet as we know it. It's right there. I'm still reading it. I think this is going to be really interesting and very eye-opening. I did actually cancel my Spotify premium subscription a couple months ago. I use YouTube Premium now because I already pay for premium, and I just transferred all the playlists I had on Spotify onto there. So I really have no use for it now. And honestly, YouTube Premium is the best music streaming service. In my opinion, I think it's the best because there's way more variety. There's so much music that is only on YouTube. There are people who post their music and it's just on YouTube. But I have this now, and I'm excited to read it next year. I've also kind of been in the mood to reread the Shatter Me series. I am definitely going to reread it next year because I loved that series so much. I flew through it. I read the first book in 4 days. That's the fastest I've ever read anything. I have about 4 audiobooks on hold at my library. I get through those pretty quickly because I listen to audiobooks on my commute to and from school, which is like a good hour and a half of listening, maybe a bit less, but I get a lot of audiobook listening done when I'm commuting. Another thing I got is, let me take it out of the package. This cute little Skizoo pin that I got on Etsy. It's not in focus. There you go. This is so adorable. It's so cute. I have nowhere to put it. But when I do, this will go there. It's almost 10 p.m. I'm gonna get ready for bed now because tomorrow I have to wake up early for my 8 a.m. class. Adam just went into his room. So yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. After I did that little quiz game thing for my cataloging class, I didn't do much other studying after that, honestly. I just watched Smosh. Yeah, but I'll do more tomorrow and over the weekend, definitely, because I have to. I want to be prepared and I want to do well and I want to make sure I know what I'm doing. So far, the test I feel the most confident about is the searching one. Still gonna study for it, but I feel the most confident that I'm going to do well on that one. The ones I'm not as confident in right now are circulation and cataloging and my libraries class. I haven't started studying for that one yet, but I will, for sure. I think that's it. Good night. I'm so tired. I just got out of class and now I'm having lunch, an early lunch, since I had breakfast at 5:45 this morning and now it's 11. Sandwich. It's really good. I always get the same kind because when I try something I like, I just keep getting it. I'm so tired. I'm going straight home after this. I was going to stay later in the library to study a bit, but I'm so tired. I'm gonna go home after this, and I'm probably gonna take a nap. I need it. So it's been a few days. I didn't feel like vlogging over the weekend. I just studied some more and did laundry, watched Smosh Reddit stories on Saturday, and then I did more studying the next day. We don't need another time lapse of me writing in my notebook. We already saw that. That's literally all it would have been. And also, I think I said this already, I don't feel like it. It's 7:30 in the morning. It's finals week.
All around me are familiar.
Like any college student, I'm not looking forward to it, but at the same time, I kind of am because I actually studied, so I feel good about it. And my class has a group chat, and people were so sweet and generous and kind enough to share their notes with each other, which was very nice. I keep my notes to myself, and also I write them by hand. I don't think that would be very useful to share a screenshot of my handwriting. Some people might not be able to read it. I'm definitely going to look over my notes and also some other people's notes that they sent on my commute to school this morning. Today I have my libraries test. Also yesterday I went to like an online workshop for my cataloging class with an upperclassman in my program. She was very nice and very helpful. It was nice to meet someone who's a little further along in the program just to get some of their knowledge since they've already been through what we're going through right now. It was really nice and very helpful, and cataloging was definitely one of the classes that I'm not struggling in it grade-wise. I'm doing good. It's just it's very technical and you have to have a lot of attention to detail, so I feel better about it now. But that's for tomorrow. So yeah, today is my first test and I'm gonna do good on it. Definitely. Because I studied and I feel good about the majority of the information. I just need to review it. It's 7:40. I'm gonna go have breakfast now, since I have time, and then we'll be on our way. I've been crushing this narwhal this entire time. Hello. I've had this narwhal and this puppy. I got them at Palladium when we went there for my brother's birthday a few years ago. I still haven't named them. I've just been calling them Narwhal and Puppy this entire time. My lips are so chapped. It's one of the things I hate about winter other than the cold, and because it's cold, my lips get chapped so often, and my hands get dry so often, and since I wash them so often, I have to put on lotion every single time after I wash my hands, which I like, but then like 30 minutes later, I wash them again. Oh. I'm at the library right now. I'm gonna review some notes on my phone. I have like 15 minutes left until my test. So yeah, there's so many people here, which I guess is expected. I can do this.
I'm gonna play a song about the Bee Gees. Alright? Use my walk and I won't stand downtown. Music loud and moving forward. I've been kicked around since I was born and I was alright.
We're in the bathroom. This is a different one though. I think the test went pretty well. Sorry you were shaking a bit, you're on the soap dispenser. I think it went well. There were some questions that I just wasn't sure how to answer, so I just continued and then went back later. That method really does work, so you're not spending too much time on one question that you're stuck on. I just had lunch. I had some broccoli cheddar soup and my apple slices. And there was a guy, I guess he's one of the music students, jamming out with his guitar and performing a couple songs. He did great. And I bumped into two of my classmates while I was having lunch, and one of them works at Nintendo, and she gave me this sticker sheet, which is so cool. She said that she's been thinking of giving it to me since we had our class meetup thing, where at the beginning of the semester, where a couple students just organized a thing for us to get to know each other. And I talked to her, and she works at Nintendo, and she gave me that. I can't believe she was thinking of giving that to me all those weeks ago. She just forgot to bring it. She just has a bunch of them because they were giving them out at work, I guess, which is so cool. That was so nice of her. I think I'm gonna give it to Adam. I think he'll appreciate that. All right, there were two people who tried to get in just now, and I have no more business here today, so time to go home. Dinner time: rice, mashed potatoes, broccoli and carrots and peas, and some stewed chicken. I'm back in the library, and I'm gonna go over my notes for my cataloging test, which is in 15 minutes. I did do that quiz again from a few days ago, just as a refresher, which I think is really helpful. So I'm just gonna look over some last minute things before I head off to the test center. This is the stuff that I wanted to remember. What each part of the mark field is and what it's there for. Okay, a group of people literally just sat down beside me, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stay and focus and then do my test. I finished my test, and now it's time for lunch. I'm so hungry. I got chicken noodle soup. Yay. It's been a couple hours since I last spoke. I think the test went pretty well. I think I did good. I studied for it, and I had that workshop the other day for that class, so that definitely helped to prepare. There was one question that was worth 8 marks, and when I saw it, I was like, whoa. And I realized that was the question where I had to create a mark record. And a mark record is the version of the bibliographic record for a book, where it shows all the information about a book, like title, author, the series, the page numbers, the description. And a mark record is the version of that record that the computer is able to read. You have to write the information in a certain way. It's kind of like code for the computer to read and understand. So I had to create one of those, and I saved that question for last because I knew it would take me the longest, and it did. By the time I was finished, I had 6 minutes left. Even with my time and a half, at least I used all of it. That's what it's there for, so that was nice. If I didn't have time and a half, I probably wouldn't be able to finish that test. So yay. I need to put you somewhere. I didn't make my bed this morning. It's after 8 o'clock. I'm going to turn in for the night. Well, I'm not gonna go to sleep yet. It's a little too early. I'm gonna put my pajamas on and read my book, because I think that'll be a nice way to relax and end the night. I spent some time reviewing for my searching test tomorrow. I feel good about that one. I just wanted to do some review so I could brush up on certain terms and what they mean, because sometimes I can forget, and I want to do well. And I think I have done well in the last 2 tests I've done so far. So I don't think the searching one is going to be any different. I think I'm going to do good. Circulation on Friday, I'm not so sure, but I do have another study workshop for that tomorrow that I hope I can make it to. I don't know if I'm going to stay at school to do it because it's scheduled pretty soon after I'm done my test, or if I'm able to make it home in time and do it at home. We'll see. But today was good. I'm gonna chill now. See you tomorrow. I just got to campus, and on my way out of the train station, there were people giving out these free, like, protein sticks. So I was like, sure, I'll take one. So I took one. Actually, I took two. I accidentally dropped one, and she only had two left, so she just gave me both. So that was nice. I can save that as a snack for later. I have like 8 minutes before my test. I'll look over some stuff really last minute, and then I'll go do the test. I feel good about this one. I think I'll do well. Hello, so it's been quite a few hours. I'm back home. I've been home for almost 2 hours now. I walked out of that test today feeling so good. I felt great after finishing that test. I already felt good about my searching test going into it because I think that class is where I understand the material the best. And doing all of those exercises in class definitely helps. And it wasn't a long test. It was 8 questions, and they were multi-part questions like A, B, C, that kind of stuff. But I finished it so fast, and not even in a rush or anything. I wasn't rushing, I was taking my time, but I knew the answers, and part of the test was searching databases and recording the stuff that we found, like the search statement and the results, how many results there are. We just have to make sure that we do the search correctly to get the desired amount of results. Doing an incorrect search would just be the way to get those questions wrong. But I made sure I did it right, and I feel confident in that. Like, I don't think I've ever felt so good after finishing a test. And even with my extra time, I had like 50 minutes left. I had so much time left, but I was done. Like, I finished the test and then I went back and reviewed my answers, not even in a rush. I just went and made sure everything was good, and then I submitted it, and I was smiling like this because I felt so good about it. I don't think I've ever felt that good after finishing a test. I'm feeling very proud of myself for that. I wanted to get home in time for the study workshop session for my circulation test tomorrow, and I did make it back in time. After I finished the test, I think I had like 75 minutes, I think a little bit more to do the test with my extra time. Actually, no, that's not true. I had 113 minutes. After I finished the test, reviewed my answers, and submitted it, I was out of there. Like, I got my stuff and I was out of there so fast. Like, I ran. I didn't have lunch while I was there. I wasn't hungry for a full meal or anything, but I needed to get home to get to the study workshop so I didn't have to stay there and do it at school and come home late. And I did. Like, I zoomed out of there. I dipped, and everything worked out great. The study session just finished. It went pretty well. I'm feeling better about my circulation test tomorrow than I did before. That's a class that I'm not doing bad in it. It's just some concepts I don't have the firmest grasp on yet, but it's only semester 1. I'm sure I will understand things a lot better moving forward. Now that I have the base knowledge of everything, we're just going to expand on it next semester, because that's how school works. That's it for tonight. There's nothing else interesting that I need to share or show you right now. I'm gonna have dinner and chill. And then tomorrow is my final test of the semester, and then I'm free for the holidays. Yay! See you tomorrow for the home stretch. What am I doing? I just made it to campus. I'm late for my test. I have to go, but today's my final test. I feel good about it. Let's go. I'm done my test. And now I'm gonna have a snack to celebrate. Truly the breakfast of champions, even though I already had breakfast. But I'm gonna eat my apple slices first. I feel great, but I can't scream about it yet. I have to wait until I get home. But I will, because I'm happy. I'm finished. I'm finished. The first semester, but I'm finished. Oh my god. The video's over, by the way. I'm done. This video's done. I'm done. I'm gonna rest. Oh, and enjoy the holidays. Thanks for watching. Oh, yay. If you're also in college or university or whatever, I hope the first semester or whatever semester you're in went well. Oh, I'm so tired. Happy holidays. Bye.